where we begin, of course, with this Supreme Court ruling 9-0 in favor, basically saying you cannot keep a presidential candidate, in this case Donald Trump, off the ballot. Now we also know, Chris, that the Biden campaign down the home stretch is going to be making the freedom argument. Long article. I don't know if you guys saw this, New York Magazine. You're already squinting. Giving me some side eye on this. Nervous tick. By November, this is according to Mike Donnellan, a senior advisor to President Biden, quote, "The focus will become overwhelming on democracy. I think the biggest images in people's minds are going to be January 6th, Chris."
Well, first, let me say, thank goodness that the Supreme Court was able to speak unanimously on this case. This is a step in the right direction. Whether you think Donald Trump, whether you think the 14th Amendment is self-executing, or whether you agree or disagree with the verdict, that the decision was unanimous is really good and really encouraging that we're going to be able to get through what will be a very choppy, very hairy election season in the courts with some confidence, and that's a good thing. As for Joe Biden talking about democracy and freedom, look, if this election is about Joe Biden, he will lose. If this election is about Donald Trump, Joe Biden will win. It's really that simple. And everything Joe Biden has to do everything he can to make this not a referendum on Joe Biden, but a question of whether you want Donald Trump. A choice election, not a referendum. And the way you do it is say that Donald Trump is kooky.
Do you really think, though, people that are on the cusp of voting for him is going to vote for him because of January 6th? I just feel like people are past that.
I don't know why anyone would be past January 6th. I mean, this is the outrageous thing. Look, I think the Supreme Court had to do what they did because we're in a situation where you would have set up such an ugly precedent. There has been no conviction. But January 6th was a blight on our country. It was appalling. And we've got more than 1,200 people who have been charged. Some of them are felony convictions. They can't vote in their state. And yet, the man who was behind it is going to be the Republican nominee. I don't think we're behind January 6th.
Do you think that people are going to switch their vote because
No, I think that women in the suburbs are going to think about whether they want to put that amount of power in Donald Trump's hands. Whether we make it about freedom or not, that and choice, I think, give the Democrats
Mick,
a strong upper hand.
We saw one example of democracy today, right? You can't just kick someone off the ballot, and then this article drops. And
this is the right decision for the court. We've talked about this before. There's a chance they do a 9-0 decision on this, allowing Trump on the ballot, by the way they went back to the decisions about term limits and essentially said states can't tell the federal government who can stand for federal office. That was the basis here, okay? 9-0. Nice job. There's another case coming down the pipe on immunity, and there's a really good chance that the Supreme Court will come out 9-0 against Donald Trump on that.
Do you think that could be
I think
unanimous?
I absolutely think it. In fact, I expect it to be the exact same thing, a per curiam decision, okay, which comes down without anybody's name attached to it, 9-0.
Mulvaney is right. Mulvaney is right.
We've talked about the yin and yang of this in a way to reestablish the court's legitimacy in the eyes of most of the American public.
Jesse Webb, thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.